good news is that Adelaide has very much been in the news while we've all been sleeping here in the UK. And in 2021, Adelaide was voted the third most livable city in the world and is fastly becoming one of Australia's top destinations in terms of living and affordability. And also at the end of last year, Adelaide was awarded National Park City status, and being the only other city behind London here in the UK. So we're really, really proud of that accolade. And then National Geographic, just to top all of that up, voted Adelaide as one of the top sustainability cities in their Best of World awards for 2022. And that's something that we've really been working hard on as a state in terms of our sustainability credentials. So you'll hear more from me in a little minute as we go through this presentation. For those that have been to Adelaide, it is known as the 20-minute city. It is Australia's vineyard city. Penfolds Winery, who I'm sure is very familiar to all of you, is actually right on the doorstep of Adelaide, just 8 kilometres out of the city centre. It's very compact and easy to get around. So if people are arriving into Adelaide from an international point, it's literally 10 minutes into the city centre. So for those that have been, you know that you can be checked into your hotel within literally 30 minutes of arrival into the city, which is amazing. It is a foodie paradise. We have a very vibrant arts and cultural scene. The largest fringe outside Edinburgh Fringe Festival. So lots of festivals, events, and also free experiences in the city centre. We have free Wi-Fi in the city centre, free National Wine Centre. Also, the museums are all free in Adelaide as well. On the images below, you can see the coast is to one side, beautiful white sandy beaches, and then to the other side is the stunning Adelaide Hills, which obviously dotted with vineyards and natural bushland. We have some really lovely hotels in Adelaide for luxury guests. So the Mayfair is one of our much loved boutique hotels, and newly opened in recent times, EOS by Sky City, which is located in the casino but has a separate entrance, and also Crown Plaza, which is the tallest building in Adelaide. Again, right in the city centre, swimming pool and very luxurious rooms. Adelaide also welcomed the Sofitel Hotel, another 5-star hotel, as well as a really quirky hotel, Indigo, Australia's first Indigo hotel, opened, which has been styled on Adelaide's festivals. So make sure you look out for those ones. And the image that you can see on the bottom right is actually Sequoia Lodge in the Adelaide Hills, which is a new 14-suite adult-only luxury lodge, which is absolutely gorgeous, overlooking the Piccadilly Valley and the beautiful bushland in the Adelaide Hills. Adelaide is blessed with lots of salad-doors. So there's over 200 salad-doors within 1 hour's drive. Most of you would know the world-famous Barossa, which is under an hour's drive, Adelaide Hills, McLaren Vale, which is only 45 minutes, and of course the Clare Valley, which is a 2-hour drive and a really great stop for those travelling on to the Flinders Ranges in the north of the state. And here's just some sample of show you the diversity, I guess, of our wineries. So whether you're got clients that drink wine or not, there really is something for everyone. You can taste your own birth here. You can enjoy, as you can see, the Nest there in one of our beautiful wineries in the Adelaide Hills, or Yalumba, which is in the bottom left-hand corner. And they have the cooperage on site and one of the only wineries that still make their own wine barrels, which is quite a nice thing for people to actually visit. Heading north to the Flinders Ranges, this is a great stop from the ocean to the outback, just a 5-hour drive from Adelaide. And as I mentioned, you can actually have an overnight break, as you can see on the map, in the Clare Valley. The Flinders Ranges is known for, this is a different presentation than I was used to, so sorry about that. The Flinders Ranges is known for its nature and its wildlife. No, that's, oh dear. Sorry. Flinders Ranges is known for its nature and wildlife. There's lots of walking trails through there, lots of beautiful accommodation, Rawnsley Park eco villas, and is a really great place for people to have an outback experience. I guess if you're going to send clients anywhere in South Australia, we would always recommend Kangaroo Island. It is Australia's zoo without fences. Please don't send people there for one day. It is 6 times the size of Singapore. So you really do need 2 to 3 days to see everything. And, you know, it's got a plethora of wildlife. You can walk on the beach amongst rare sea lions. You can see lots of koalas, kangaroos in their natural habitat. And of course, we've got lovely scenic features such as the remarkable rocks. So whether you're on a self-drive or actually flying, you can book a tour on the island. There's lots of small group operators actually on the island itself. And just to give you an update on some accommodation options, Southern Ocean Lodge, which was sadly burnt down in the bushfires of 2020, is committed to rebuilding, and they're going to be opening in 2023. But here's just some other accommodation options on the island to let you know that there is still some magnificent places to stay on the island. So luxury is very much here, as is barefoot luxury. And in terms of eco credentials, Ocean View Eco Villas, for example, really embraces paddock and ocean to plate dining. And actually also from a sustainability point of view, very low food miles. So, you know, if you look at their food miles, I think it's 10 kilometres. So, you know, if you want a sustainable experience and stay, Ocean View Villas is a very, very good one to choose. And here we have the Flinders Rangers coming back. I do apologise for this. So the Flinders Ranges, as I mentioned, you know, any road trips from Adelaide through to Alice Springs via the Flinders Ranges is a fantastic option for those that really want a true and authentic Australian experience. As I said, there's lots of wildlife, lots of bird life. You can go walking, you can even camp overnight in the outback and see a million stars over your head, which is quite an amazing experience. We then go on to the Eyre Peninsula. So for those that have been to the Eyre Peninsula, this is what I call, excuse me, Australia's Aquatic Playground. It's just a 45-minute flight from Adelaide. And here you can do lots of aquatic pursuits. So you can swim with sea lions, which you can see there, also dolphins. We do cage shark diving on the Eyre Peninsula. And also the months of July and August, this amazing phenomenon is of swimming with giant cuttlefish, as you can see here in the middle image, which is something quite unique for Australia. It is the seafood capital, so if people love their seafood, you can see the bottom left-hand image is of Coffin Bay, so lots of oysters, tuna, really food lovers' delight. And for something a little bit different, again, if people have, you know, maybe lacking on time, they can have a true outback experience in the Eyre Peninsula inland, the Gawler Ranges and Lake Gairdner, and there is a 3-day optional tour there that people can actually choose. Road trips and journeys. South Australia is born for road trips and journeys, and here's just a slide to give you some examples on our trade website where you can get some tips and ideas of how to tailor-make a person's self-drive itinerary within South Australia. I think the great thing about Australia is it's so diverse. So if you're coming from Melbourne along the Great Ocean Road, then you can pick up the Southern Ocean Drive in South Australia and continue down onto Kangaroo Island and then back into Adelaide. Or as I mentioned before, the Explorers is a great way to really journey through the backbone of Australia and see real authentic Australia and also meet the charismatic locals along the way. And for food lovers, you know, nothing is better than an Epicurean way, a 4-day trip, taking in lots of South Australian wineries, farmers markets, and, you know, really getting the best out of the whole produce to plate philosophy. We have lots of multi-day walks in South Australia. So for people that really like to get into the great outdoors, there's some amazing diverse landscapes out there just waiting to be explored. So here's just 3 choosing: Murray River Walk, where you actually stay overnight each night on a houseboat. Aqaba walk in the Flinders Ranges, where you can camp on swags, which are, for those that don't know, very heavy canvas sleeping bags, which kind of come right up around your neck. So you're really, really toasty, nice and warm at night. And then the Southern Ocean walk down on the peninsula, the very bottom of South Australia, where you can see just amazing bushland, farmland, and even on a clear day, see right across to Kangaroo Island. And just something about sustainability. So for South Australia, this is a really, really important aspect. As I said, we were nominated for national park status last year, and that had a lot to do with the sustainability credentials of the state. We were for the first state to offer money for recycling bottles. We also have a ban on plastic bags and also single-use plastics within the state. So if your people are travelling to South Australia, you can really be sure that they are travelling with purpose. The great outdoors, we have miles of coastline and pristine beaches, small group touring. And I think the benefit of South Australia, when you're travelling within South Australia, our operators are all family-owned businesses. So if you're on Kangaroo Island, for example, you'll quite possibly be out with the owner of the company or someone that lives on Kangaroo Island. So, employment and employing local community is really, really important to all of our operators across South Australia. And of course, the image that you can see there of the little cabin, we have lots of cabins and eco and sustainable accommodation right throughout the state. So if this is something that you're particularly interested in or want to really know more about what sustainable propositions there are in Australia, or in South Australia, should I say, then I can definitely share with you all of those operators, accommodation properties, even the wineries that, run carbon neutral. So we have a very, very strong proposition for sustainability in the state. And this is just something I like to show always, just so that people can get a snapshot of South Australia and see the diversity and also all of the colours, which will give you just a small glimpse into what is on offer within our state. And that is it from me. So I do apologise for this very short presentation